Hey guys, Garen here, welcome back to my channel today. This video is going to be an in-depth guide on the most efficient ways to level up your faction levels within Destiny. Now this guide only applies to the Dead Orbit, New Monarchy, and Future War Cult factions, so if one of you guys wants to level up like Eris Morn for some reason, you have not come to the correct place, but for all of you other normal people, you are definitely watching the correct video. So most people by now know that it is quite difficult to efficiently and quickly level up these factions and their ranks. However, hopefully after this guide, you will all have learned how to drastically increase the speed at which this process occurs. So, the best known way to increase your reputation gains is to trade in Motes of Light, or that's the most common way, maybe not the best, but the most common, let's say. For 5 Motes of Light, you receive 100 reputation for that specific faction, and in order to increase the number of motes you receive each week, I fully recommend that you and a group of friends do multiple runs through the old raids of the game, the Vault of Glass and Crota's End. So you want to do as many of these per week because the collection of shards and energies you will amass by doing these can easily be turned into Motes of Light at the speaker. In addition, any armor and weapon pieces received from this raid can be broken down for additional shards and energies, thus turning into more Motes of Light. This method is a great way to quickly level up your faction. It is actually one of the most, if you're just kind of bored, go solo the first couple, if not the whole Crota's End, because you will get quite a few Motes of Light from it. I fully recommend that, and I use that very regularly, and that's why I'm able to attain such high levels of my factions. And while using Motes of Light is a great way to gain reputation, it is not the only way to do this. One little fact that people don't seem to know is that you can actually turn legendary marks into faction reputation. And I'm sure I just got everyone's attention by saying that, because most people just get to 200 legendary marks and they sit there. They're useless now, maybe for an exotic every now and then, but for the most part, legendary marks have kind of just become useless. But now you can turn them into faction reputation. So this is how you do it. I'm not crazy. I promise this actually works. So with the December update, Bungie actually made it so that every week the factions accept a random planetary material for reputation. Now it will remain the same material for the duration of that week, but once the reset hits, they will now accept a new planetary material. For instance, this week, my New Monarchy representative was asking for Spirit Bloom. Now, this is the very last donation package, so it's all the way on the right, but as you can see on screen, they all ask for different things, and like I said, my New Monarchy was asking for Spirit Bloom, so I took my legendary marks over to the Vanguard vendor in the hangar, and I traded in multiple sets of 10 marks each for 20 Spirit Bloom for each 10 that you get. So for 70 marks, I received 140 Spirit Bloom, and then I returned to Executor Hideo and traded these for faction reputation. Boom, there you have it. Legendary marks now have a legitimate purpose in the endgame of Destiny. Like I said, a lot of people just have them sitting there, can't really do anything, so just go turn them into faction reputation. It's really easy. It will help you get your exotic class items a lot quicker. Now, while both of these previous methods are both great for gaining quick faction reputation, neither is the most effective or efficient in my opinion. The most effective is actually trading in heavy synthesis for reputation. Now it takes 100 heavy synths to gain a level, which may seem like a huge and ridiculous amount at first, but hear me out. There are two main places to get these synths that make this a really good method for gaining reputation. So first you can go do Variks in the Reef. This is a really commonly overlooked source of heavy ammo synthesis. So for 250 Glimmer and 1 Ether Seed, you can buy a single synth, and this is a great way to clear up some inventory space and clear up your maximum stockpile of Glimmer. I know a lot of people, like, they're having 200 legendary marks. They also have like max Glimmer, and they can't really do anything with it because they're just running around killing things all the time, getting Glimmer. So go to Variks, sell it all, get a huge amount of heavy ammo synthesis, and go trade it in for reputation. It's a great way to do this. And that's not even the best source. I would say my favorite and the best and most absolute ridiculous source for heavy ammo would be Xur. Yeah, I know some of you might not know who that is, but he's the creepy guy who mutters weird as hell sayings while standing in random locations on the tower for like 2 days a week. Yeah, the guy that we used to worship in year 1. Now you know who I'm talking about. That creepy guy that shuts himself in rooms in the Reef sometimes, or sells you needles, the sketchy drug addict. Or just that weird guy. Yeah, Xur. So go to Xur, and for 1 strange coin, you can receive 3 ammo synthesis. So for just 34 strange coins, you can actually level up your faction once, and that is amazing, because I know pretty much everyone watching this video has to have well over 200 strange coins laying around somewhere. Now, Just a disclaimer, this will wreck your fingers. It takes forever. It took me 7 minutes to spend 150 strange coins, and I will have this video in the background like sped up like 1,000,000% because it takes forever, and you might lose feeling in your thumb, but it is well worth the finger cramping because you can just level up your factions beyond belief. I will show you that in a second, but first, Bungie, just make it so you press A. Why would we have to hold it? That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, just watch as my faction shoots up the ranks. It is just amazing. In fact, from just using these methods and then redeeming the motes and strange coins that I got from the ranking up packages from doing the initial methods, I was able to continue, and I ended up gaining around 8 ranks with New Monarchy in just like a couple of minutes, which is awesome. And these are truly the best and the quickest collection of ways to level up your factions, and I hope you guys found all of them useful. If you have any tips of your own, leave them down in the comment section. But in summary, run old raids, turn those things into motes, turn legendary marks into planetary materials, and buy heavy ammo synthesis. Use those all to quickly level up your factions. And if you did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like, rating, and share this video and my channel on your social medias. These actions let me know that you guys are enjoying the content that I'm producing, and it help my channel to grow. Click the annotation on screen to watch my video covering everything that we currently know about the Dawning event, which is what the event in early to late February might be called. Finally, subscribe for more Destiny content, and I will see you guys in my next video.